100 years, Pierre de Coubertin had an idea, the pentathlon. It made its appearance in 1912, especially for the Olympic Games, with its 5 disciplines.
Pierre de Coubertin, the founder of the Olympic modern movement, created our sport based on the ancient games where we had pentathlon in the old Greek games. But he wanted to have some new disciplines in the therefore modern pentathlon.
For the president of the modern pentathlon, this 100th anniversary, celebrated at London 2012, is more than merely symbolic. For him, this 5-event sport is one of the most important in the Olympics.
Coubertin said we need a sport to be created for the Olympic movement with, as a multi-sport, a sport that is also educating people in different ways. In the physical part, in the mental part, sensibility to a horse. So, and based on the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, he wanted to combine the so-called run-swim sports together with academic sports, or let's say in that time as an officer sport. And for us, the pentathlon is the heart of the Olympic Games, while we are the legacy of Coubertin.
Fencing, swimming, riding, shooting and running. 5 different disciplines, and they're 5 different states of mind, 5 different situations, 5 different challenges.
Pentathlon is a complete sport. An athlete who can run and swim and combine this later with fencing and riding and shooting. You need so many skills. And it's not only muscles to show, not only that you have long conditions. So these different skills have built up these complete athletes.
The discipline escaped the exclusion in 2005. After the Beijing Games, modern pentathlon presented its new face with a combined event tested with success at the Youth Olympics in Singapore in 2010. The combined event, running and shooting, requires enormous dynamism and energy. Instead of knowing the winner sooner rather than later is in old format, the suspense is guaranteed until the very end. As long as the last shot has not been fired, anything can happen. It's a wonderfully entertaining event.
On est un sport qui souffre d'un gros manque de médiatisation parce qu'il est difficile à suivre sur une journée de compétition.
Triple world champion Amélie Gazet says, I think that our sport suffers from a lack of media coverage because it's difficult to follow a whole day of competition. But linking the shooting and the running allowed us to shorten the time of the whole competition, to start the event a bit later in the morning and to finish it earlier in the afternoon. It's much more spectacular. This new format was seen during the London Olympics. The athletes had to be first a fencer, then slip into the role of swimmer, then ride a horse, finally combine the last 2, running and shooting, into one competition. Something of a revolution. Vyacheslav Aminov is Russian UIMP Vice President. Pentathlon has introduced a new weapon. It's a laser gun which is ecologically friendly, injury safe, it's convenient to use and transportable. It's new equipment and very important. Modern pentathlon pursues its aim of attracting the media and the public with a new mixed relay competition which works with 1 man and 1 woman from the same country competing in tandem. The Mixed Relay World Cup Series starts in 2013 and underlines worldwide representation.
The mixed relay is where we say, here we take care also about nations who have not so many top-level athletes in men and women, but they have 1 good man, 1 good women, so we give them also a chance. It's another challenge in our development for the countries.
All 5 events will be held in just the 1 stadium at the upcoming Rio de Janeiro Olympics. Pentathlon has a great future. It stands at the forepost, if you like, on the way of its future development, because there are more and more spectators, more and more amateurs, more and more fans of pentathlon. We're really ambitious about it.
We are very convinced that we should be in the Olympic movement forever in that way, at the Olympic sport created by Kubota.
Pentathlon celebrated its centenary and proved that the modern version is exactly that.